Hey guys, and we are on chapter 5, lesson 1. Today is the first day of lesson 1 or chapter 5. All right, so what we're going to be learning today is how to use integers to represent data and to graph integers. All right, so please do not make this harder than it needs to be. It is very easy. All right, so let's look down at our first example. Okay, so our first example is going to be on page 346. All right, so number 1, it says, write an integer for the situation, explain the meaning of 0 in the situation. So a 10-yard loss. So when we say a loss, we are definitely thinking of a negative, okay? So because it is represented as a loss, okay, all right, the integer is negative, okay? So it is going to be negative 10, all right? So then if we continue on, we're going to explain the meaning of 0. So when we explain the meaning of 0, it says, and I've had you guys just fill in the blanks. In football, the integer 0 represents no yards lost. Ooh, that's lost. There we go. Or gained. All right. All right. So that is how we do number 1. Number 2, example 2, keep scrolling down. It says write an integer for the situation. Explain the meaning of 0 in the situation. So 4 inches above normal. Okay, so when we are thinking above, we are going to think positive integers. Okay, so because it represents above, the integer is going to be positive. So that means that it is going to be plus 4. All right. And then in the situation, the integer 0 represents the normal amount of rain. All right. Example 3, which is going to be on page 146 again, 346. Write an integer for the situation, explain the meaning of 0 in the situation. So a $48 deposit into a savings account. Okay. So this is going to be a positive. Okay, so the integer is going to be a positive 48. All right, because we're adding to our savings account. We always want to add money to our savings account. So in this situation, 0 represents neither a deposit if I spell things wrong, I'm sorry, nor a withdrawal. Okay, if you don't know what a withdrawal means, that means that you are taking money out of your bank. All right, deposit means that you're putting money into the bank. Okay, all right, so let's continue on to graphing integers. All right, so when we graph an integer, which is we're on page 347, all right, we are going to find the number on the number line. All right, so it says draw a number line and then draw a dot at the location that represents -7. So out of all these numbers, all right, so that's +7. Okay, so going on the right, that's all positive numbers. On the left is all negative numbers. 0 is neither negative nor positive. All right, so since we're looking for -7, well, that's a bad circle. All right, we are going to put a dot right here, okay, on -7. All right, if we continue on to example 5, we have graph the set of integers, -4, 2, and -1 on the number line. So again, we are going to graph these integers. So we are just going to put a dot wherever the numbers are. So I'm going to start with -4. So I'm going to put a dot on -4. All right, so I'm going to mark that off. I'm going to put a dot on 2. Okay, all right, and -1. All right, boom, done. All right, the reason why I cross those off is just so that I know that I did those already and I'm not trying to figure out which ones I need to still do. Okay, so when we are graphing, just put a dot exactly on the line. Do not put it above. Okay, do not put it below. It needs to be exactly on the line. Please and thank you. All right, last example, number 6. Just kidding, we have one more. Okay, next example, number 6, we have graph the set of integers of 0, 2, and -3. So on the number line, this time we have a number line that is going up and down rather than side to side. So again, same thing like we did in the previous examples, but now we are going to do it up and down. So I'm going to look for 0. All right, so there's my 0. Got my 2. And -3 is at the bottom. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. All right. Remember, we are putting these on the line. We are not putting them on the side. We're not putting them over here. Okay. It's not even going to be in the half. Okay. That is wrong. Okay. We want it right where it's at. All right. Last example we have is going to be number 7, which is on page 348. All right. So, Elena, I'm sorry if I said that name wrong, okay? And her dad are playing golf on 4 different days. The data set -1 plus 1.
Mr. Benlove, please report to the high school office. Mr. Benlove, to the high school office.
The data set -1 plus 1, -3, and plus 2 shows that Elias scores in relation to par. Graph the scores and then explain the meaning of 0 in the situation. So, when we are down here, we are going to start with -1. So I'm going to put 1 on -1. Okay, there's that. Plus 1. All right. -3, which is going to be right here. All right. And plus 2. All right. So this is what my graph looks like, okay? And the integer 0 represents par, okay? So a par is like saying that like in golf, it means that like it's just average, all right? It's not average. It's usually, well, I guess it is average. It's usually whatever you need to get when you're on a certain golf hole. So for example, if I have a really tough golf hole that I'm on, I could have a par of 5, which means that I will take 5 swings to get to the hole. If I don't, then I get marked more points, and that's not good. Okay. All right. So that is it. Please let me know if you need anything else. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to my channel and punch that notification bell so you can see and get notified when I'm posting new videos. All right. Have a good day.